Salud, all you beautiful people. Welcome, Mystery Pinball Theater 3000 on your Tuesday VPin night. My name is Manu, and I am honored tonight to not give a crap what game we're playing because I have a special guest. That's right. What? No bubbly? No. I am sorry that I don't have the bubbly tonight. Ew, my new favorite Twitch stream. Oh! Wow, Evil Peaches. Okay. Hello, welcome, Baldus Geek. I love that opening. Now, I have a special guest. Let's get right to it tonight. We are talking to the man, the myth, the legend, CoolToy in his house!
Thanks, sir. I appreciate that overzealous, overkind introduction. I appreciate it, Manu. Thank you so much, man. It's my pleasure to be here.
I am validated as a content creator now. Check that
Absolutely.
off.
Yeah.
How are you doing, CoolToy?
I'm doing well, man. I'm actually very anxious to do this. This is like the highlight of my evening, so to speak.
There we go. There we go.
Yep.
So here's the part. Here's the part, CoolToy. Hello, Lynn. What's up? How are you?
Timing.
Who is? Oh yeah. What's up, Hawkeyes? How are you? The myth, the man, the legend, CoolToy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess let's get this one over with too. Thank you, Surreal, who is my mod. Jory Rocks is here. Mr. Hardluck is here. More interruptions.
No, it's fine. Like, I don't know how many people watch wrestling, but it reminds me of like the Royal Rumble when somebody runs in every 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah, and Mr. Hardluck is a wrestler. Mr. Hardluck is an actual wrestler,
nice.
Right?
Well, there you go. Perfect.
I followed, so Basetone18 says, I followed CoolToy's vids to help get my arcade one-up table all modded. Yes. Yes.
You're welcome / I'm sorry because I may or may not have helped you in that situation. Your wife probably hates you now, so.
Thank you, Terry, for CoolToy. The video of CoolToy is a little delayed compared to the voice, but that's things that we work out. You know, it'll be fine. Cool. His when this goes up on YouTube, I will sync that perfectly. Streaming is hard. Okay.
It's harder than people think. A lot of people think it's just, you hit the record, you stand in front of the camera, you do your little dance, you smile, you wave, and then everybody just, applauds and pats you on the back. But no, there's a lot of pre-stream stuff that goes into the mix a lot of times, for sure.
There is. And if anybody knows about that, it's going to be CoolToy. Let's see. Hi, everyone's saying, oh my God, they're starting to come in really fast now. Okay, I was just, Hawkeyes, I was watching the cruising stream too. And that is the only time I ever thought, maybe I might buy a Switch. Maybe It was pretty cool. So let's just get into it. It was helpful. I branched out on a few options. Nailbuster says, hey, CoolToy. What about me, Nailbuster? That's okay. He's used to me. Yeah. So it's bad enough just being a talking head, then add Pinball playing into it. Yeah. So here's the thing. I was sitting on my couch. I was just telling CoolToy this earlier. Sitting on my couch watching the YouTubers that I watch, and it dawned on me that one of the YouTubers that I watch is CoolToy, and I went, what did I say? I forgot what I said. I have a heart and blood and feelings and saliva. Maybe CoolToy does too. So maybe I can reach out to him and see if he'd be interested in, entertaining the idea of being on the stream for about an hour. And it was super easy. I mean, I found your email on the YouTube and I just shouted out and then you were like, let's do this. And I'm like, oh my God. I completely fanboyed. I completely fanboyed.
You're too kind. You're too kind. But yeah, when you reached out, I was excited too. Cause I told you previously, I lurk on Twitch all the time. I watch your streams, watch a lot of other people's streams. So I was very familiar with you already. So I was like, all right, I absolutely. I'm like, Manu's great. His content's awesome. He does a great job. He puts a lot of, production effort into his streams and everything he does. So absolutely.
Go on.
If I was about to say, if you want to just sit there as I preach longer, I can.
Go on. Go on.
Sing your praises in the key of your choice.
In the key of your choice. So,
yeah.
But here's the thing. What's up, Technologic? The YouTube. I did not. Oh my God. Did I say the YouTube? I sure hope I didn't say the YouTube Technologic. Don't clip that. Ego pumping. So let's see. You did, you old fuck. Okay, thanks, Terry. All right, so here's what we're doing tonight. We're going to play a little pinball. I'm going to play pinball. I don't know why I get so frustrated at that. I'm going to play a little pinball. CoolToy is here. But what I was saying was I'm watching my YouTubers, and I reached out to CoolToy to see. Now, here's the thing. So you do a little bit of virtual pinball, but you do a lot of other video game related content, like an enormous amount. Can you say some of the stuff that your channel focuses on?
Focus is probably the wrong word, because that's one thing my channel lacks is focus. YouTube, you're supposed to, supposedly, according to the know-it-alls and the experts, is find that one niche that you're good at, you're passionate about, and then just beat it into the ground like a dead horse,
right?
And talk about nothing else. I like a lot of things. I like arcade games, I like console games, I like pinball, I like toys, I like movies, TVs, comic books. I mean, if it's nerd related, I'm probably a big fan and a collector of it. So I talk about a little bit of everything. Sometimes it's an arcade game this day, next day it's pinball, next day it's an action figure. It's viewer's choice sometimes what I'm going to talk about. And I try to be a little bit cognizant and aware of what I talk about, and try not to stack too many similar things together on purpose, because then I just feel like a broken record, and I feel like I'm advertising for a company I don't work for. So I like to try to break up the monotony with some variety.
He said, Terry Red's like, he focuses on toys, okay? Toys.
I mean, it's in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get that there's a lot of people that'll subscribe to me or follow me for one specific thing.
Right.
And they're probably like, why is this guy talking about plastic toys? I'm here for the arcade one-up stuff or the pinball stuff or whatever. It's like, and this grown man sitting there talking about a plastic doll, and I'm like,
but that's the thing. So I was onboarded through your the algorithm picked up that I liked watching pinballers, right? And pinball streamers, and so I jumped into your content, viewing your At Games remake, sorta.
Mm-hmm.
When you took the At Games cabinet and made, what was it, The Simpsons?
Yeah, Simpsons Pinball Party.
Yeah. And I was immediately like, wait a minute, this guy has good cameras and great sound and color, and he does digital pushes? Who is this guy? Right? Because we all don't have a slider in our house, do we? CoolToy knows what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yep.
But that's a technique.
Good old slow zoom.
That old slow zoom. And you're wondering wow, I'm getting intimate with this dude, and I don't even know why. It's not a doll, Mom. It's an action figure.
Yeah, it's got kung fu grip. It's a collectible.
Yeah. Shakes, Lynn in Denver, shakes a fist at CoolToy and points at her filled-up console room wall of arcade one-up cabinets and sold MVSX and smiles. CoolToy, what is an MVSX?
So that is the Neo Geo big red cabinet that you might be familiar with. Probably seen it at a pizza joint.
Yeah.
So they basically made like an arcade one-up style one where it's 3/4 scale, but it's basically all the Neo Geo games. Looks like a big red machine, only it's smaller. So
do you have one of them?
Same kind of thing as arcade. I do. I have way too many things I don't need.
You have all of the. What company makes the 3/4 scale arcade cabinets?
So the 3/4 scale is arcade 1-up, and then there's quarter scale and 6 scale. There's so many companies doing similar things.
Right. What's this? The smaller ones. You have the whole collection of. So because okay, one of cool. I'm never going to get to play this pinball machine. By the way, guys, I'm going to jump over all your questions and just ask my own. No, if you have questions for CoolToy, just throw them in chat. He's logged into the Twitch chat also, so he can see your questions too. In fact, let's do this real quick. For people who are not familiar with CoolToy and the content, I'm about to flex. Pinbot, open internet.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah, see? That's why I'm talking about that high-level production stuff.
Mr. Hardluck is with me, right? All right, anyway.
Nice.
So this is the channel. Let me see. What did I say? Arcade 1-Up makes a line of countercades, which we have 3 of them. Countercades. Oh, those are cool.
They are. If you've got space issues and like if the 3/4 scale cabinet's even still too big or too pricey for you, whatever, they offer smaller versions that you can stick on a bar top or something like that.
Let's see. So I gotta admit, I did this. I searched on your channel for Batman 66. And I saw a live stream where you actually streamed Batman 66 for a little bit. And I was like a giddy little girl.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Oh, you guys did an amazing job on it. It's so good. Like my only, thing I can say about it is that I haven't got good at it yet, but it plays exceptionally well. The details, I mean, you guys knocked it out of the park.
It's a deep table. Yeah. So there's a bunch of neat stuff. Hey, we can watch an ad on on HBO Max. So there's a bunch of neat stuff. Sorry, I just messed up his revenue because I just skipped the ad, but
oh, it's fine. You go right ahead.
So you do a bunch of neat. I love that open is ridiculous. Did you make that?
I did.
Oh, I hate you. Oh my god.
Well, I hated making it, so don't worry about that. Yeah.
That open was so friggin' cool. Was that 3D rendered or was it just?
Yeah, it's 3D.
I'm sorry. So now I'm geeking out, guys. I'm sorry if I'm gonna geek out. Yeah. But so here's some of the action figure stuff. Top notch. You get 50% off of Bart if you want.
I have no idea what Bart is, but I mean, 50% off's hard to
and then
hard to pass up.
Oh my God! Did you just? What's wrong? What are you doing? Stop it!
I'm just making sure he's done his yoga stretches.
This is going to be called the cool broken toy. Oh my God! My parents would always be like, "Don't mess with that. You're gonna break it. You're gonna break it." They're always worried about me breaking shit.
Yeah.
This is great because this. I'm just gonna highlight a couple of more videos just before we get into some more conversation. This is, how do you pronounce it? Polybius?
Yep, Polybius.
Polybius.
Urban legend.
What's the urban legend of Polybius?
So the short long of it is back in 1981, supposedly in Portland, Oregon, some Men in Black government suit types had put a bunch of this Polybius arcade cabinets in local establishments to do some kind of mind control, psychoanalytical study test type of thing on the unwilling, unknowing citizens of the area.
Back in 81.
Yeah. So supposedly they came in, got their data mine and research from whatever studies they were conducting, and in the middle of the night took all these games and disappeared.
Really?
Yeah. And it's one of those things that, like, back in the day, you probably talked to somebody who knows somebody who had an uncle who had a cousin that played it or owned it. It's just, and it, it gets passed on, and just the legend and the myth grows and grows and grows.
All right. But there is no actual game. And what this is a USB charger.
Correct. Yeah. It's a USB charger made to kind of spoof that urban legend. And they even put like a little faux game on there that shows a bunch of animated things, and it has like subliminal messages like obey, stay asleep, all the things you would expect the government to
of course
Try to poison your mind with. Yeah.
Yeah, the government would do that. Cyril says, I played that at Finn's Arcade. I think. Yes. Yes, you did. Well, cool. Guys, go check out... If you don't know, now you know. Here, let me go back. Go check out CoolToy's page. There is a freaking ton of amazing content in here. So if you're into the Switch or if you're into arcade, look at this. Look at this. Wait, I'm sorry. Just one more. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm in San Francisco. This is normal. I walk into a Denny's and see this happening. All right, here we go. Let's skip that really quick. That's what you get on my stream. This is cool. So this is you on a live stream, which a couple of the people in chat also said they just jumped out of your live stream and came over here to watch playing. What are you playing on?
This one I was an emulator because they just announced like a new arcade 1-up Simpsons cabinet, and I was like, hey, let's play the Simpsons game to refamiliarize everybody with it because Arcade 1-up is asking like $800 for it. And I'm like, just reminder, this game only takes like 32 minutes to beat. So if you're going to spend $800 on something, make sure you really love it.
Oh, wow. It's that short. Okay, so, CoolToy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 or Simpsons or The Simpsons? Which one do you want? Which one?
Are we talking about
which one is better?
The game or the movie?
The game.
Oh, the game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1.
What about over Simpsons?
Yes, Simpsons is a more diverse game, but I have much more personal fondness for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, now my next question is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 or 2? Turtles in Time.
Oh, man, that's hard. Turtles in Time is a far superior game, but it goes back to the like nostalgic pull of the fire. We got to save April. Jump off the rooftop, and like I've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 memorized because I spent so much of my allowance in the arcades trying to beat that game. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I will concede, or Turtles in Time is the far superior game in almost every way.
Okay, that was a good way of getting out of the answer.
Political, yeah, speech and bait kid right here.
He likes tortas. Pinbot, close internet. All right. Terry's like, damn, yeah, deep table. I played it while watching his video, LOL. That's cool. So as far as, thank you for flushing the logo. I'm going to try and play a little bit of Batman right now. And once again, if you have any questions for CoolToy, hey! VP Fiends! If you have any questions for CoolToy, throw them in the chat. I'm going to keep throwing questions out at CoolToy. And one thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about is... well, first let me ask you about the At Games. What virtual pins do you have currently in the CoolToy studio?
So I have the At Games pinball machine. I have 2 arcade 1-up ones. I have a Marvel and a Star Wars arcade 1-up cabinet. I've got 2 Sharpens. I've got a Well Played Toys tabletop and a Well Played Toys, I guess like 3/4 scale version of a virtual pinball machine. And then I've got every game imaginable on Steam on my PC. So
where do you keep all these cabinets though?
Well, so fortunately I am a man without children.
Okay.
So I have a 5-bedroom house.
Oh wow.
It's just me and my wife. So we have spare room. The rooms are small. They would be pretty terrible bedrooms, but they work as nice little playrooms for my arcades and pinball and toy collecting hobby addictions.
So they're kind of all over the house, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of all over.
They're spread out. Yeah.
Okay, that is amazing. Do you want to get rid of any of them? Are any of them like totally redundant? Like, I'm talking about just the cabinets.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I have so many things that I don't need because they are essentially obsoleted by another item that is 3.5 feet away from them. Like,
right.
I have 2 modded virtual pinball machines that have identical game lineups on it. I mean, there's really no logistical reason why I need it. I just haven't found a reason or need to get rid of one as of yet.
Right.
I will eventually, but just haven't done it.
Right. Lynn in Denver is asking, what's the best
image front end to use from a mod of an arcade 1-up for Golden Tee? Interesting. So Lynn, are you only wanting to play trackball games? Because if you've got a modded Golden Tee, I'm assuming you're not messing with anything that has a joystick.
Ooh, Golden Tee is only
trackball.
Oh wow.
So if you're looking to add more games to a cabinet that only has like a trackball setup, you're really limiting.
Yeah, Centipede, Millipede.
Crystal Castles, Silver Strike Bowling. Yeah.
See, he just blows me away already.
No.
He just doubled my. I prefer to have dedicated rigs, and yeah, for all trackball games. Oh, okay. Yeah, Marble Madness. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not aware of a trackball only pre-made image out there. If you're familiar with Wolfenose, he's a big guy in the Pi image community. If anybody would know, I would definitely recommend looking at the user Wolfenose, because he puts a bunch of awesome Pi made, ready to go images. You just download and set them up. He would know better than I if there's a trackball only one. I know a vertical only one, beat 'em up only ones, fighter, shoot 'em up, all that type of thing, but not just for trackball. I haven't really ever come across anything for that niche specifically.
What's up, Try to Tilt? How are you? By the way, guys, go follow Try to Tilt. Try to Tilt is starting up a virtual pinball channel, and Try to Tilt is a pretty cool person. Can we get his name in chat, please? Can we get his name in chat, please? What are you talking about? So, do you need a link to CoolToy's YouTube? Question mark. I have a. Wolfenose. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, got it. See, I missed the last couple of seconds. I have the farthest I gotten in my office. I have this puppy here, which I built myself.
I was about to say, you're quite proud of it, as you should be.
I have to be, because it took 6 months of my life to get it on legs,
put together,
get it all together. Yeah, and then another 10 years of just tinkering and modding. And I have that MAME cabinet over there, which is good enough for me. I got one of those front ends. I forget what the front end is. Big box.
Yeah.
Right. And it plays everything just fine. I mean, unfortunately for me, I have the, it's just the one control. It's the 2 joysticks with the 6 buttons. It's one of the old Hot Rod controllers. This is how old this thing is. This is a Hot Rod arcade. If anybody in here knows Hot Rod or remembers them, holy smokes, you are old.
It's time to take your multivitamin.
It is, yeah. I thought you were talking to me. Okay. And eventually another 5 months to add MX LEDs. I haven't done that yet. No. What's up? It's a travesty. How you doing? Would love to build a Golden Tee / Silver Strike cab. I don't see what the appeal in Golden Tee is, though. I've never played it. I'm sorry. Did I just offend someone?
Well, that's one of those things. Like, I remember when Arcade 1-Up came out with their Golden Tee one, there were so many people that said, what? Why? Like, who's going to play this or whatever? And it ends up being one of their top selling machines. It's like a huge bar, friends around, let's get drunk and hang out and party type of game.
Okay. It's sort of like Big Buck Hunter, kind of.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, and it's kind of status. 6 months, haha. Radiant Silver Ball took over a year, from plywood to carcass to finally decorating. So Radiant Silver Ball is Lynn and Denver's VCAB that they built also. Most of the people in the chat right now have built their cabs. And when you've got people like, Terry Red and Hawkeyes and Nailbuster in the group right now, you're talking about a long heritage of pioneers in the VCAB space. How involved are you, CoolToy, with the hey, what's up, Fliptronic? We're here with CoolToy. Oh. How involved with you are you, or do you have time to even go into like the virtual pinball community, or like the websites and stuff?
I do. I wish I could say I was able to like contribute more, because you got people like you and Nailbuster and all these things like, hey, here's this amazing front end, or hey, here's Batman 66 and a faithful recreation. Like, I don't have that talent or ability to like provide as much. All I can kind of do is like do my best to kind of like spread the love and appreciation, the just the knowledge that this is out there, because there's so many people that aren't aware of the advancements in technology and software and just everything that a virtual pinball machine can do these days. I think people just natively think, oh, virtual pinball, so you mean like Space Cadet on the Windows?
Right.
I'm like, yeah. But no, but yeah. I'm like, I mean, you can really, depending on how much money you got, or skills or whatever, you can really do pinball a good justice virtually. The ability is out there, the people are out there, the knowledge is out there. It's just, you got to go out there, put your foot out there and try and learn and be willing and to ask questions. And the community, I've always found from the virtual pinball community, has been very helpful and very supportive, as long as you obey the rules and, respect other people's, IPs and that type of thing. You're golden. It's a great community.
Yeah, I mean, just ask some of the cats in here. I mean, I've seen my cab is very antiquated as far as some of the concerns. I have a 4x, what is it, 4x1 or whatever. I just have a DMD slot, right? Because when I built my cab, it was about dot matrix display. That's it.
Yeah,
now they're all
that was
built
the
with
cream of the crop.
That was
yeah.
it. That was like, I was on top. Now they have full DMDs, which is full LCDs, because of games like Batman 66 and stuff that have full screens, and I don't have that. What's up, Snake? I'm gonna catch up with Chad a little bit. And so Dondi says, I built my cocktail arcade cab in 1998. What?
Nice.
Why did you just go out and buy a new one then? That's when they were. I love you, Dondi. Tried to Tilt says, I want to build a cab dedicated to virtual ice cold beer. Now that we streamed, I streamed ice cold. Have you ever heard of ice cold beer, CoolToy?
The object or a brand?
The game. That's the trick. It's a.
Oh no, I haven't.
It's so we'll talk later. But anyway, there's a game that involves a little peg, a little ball, and these two things that you have to put them in the different holes. But ice cold beer is a they have a virtual version of it now, because they have virtual versions of everything almost. Let's see. Golden Tee, the newer versions are badass, and the Android version as well. Hawkeyes and I play the hell out of that on PC using an Android emulator. Huh. Is there a Golden Tee like cabinet now that you can buy?
Yeah, there's various different ones. Like there's the Arcade 1-Up one that has a couple of the older versions on it. It's like Golden Tee Original all the way up till Golden Tee 99. I know there's a company out there that sells like a pedestal Golden Tee machine. It's like several $1,000s and a bit overpriced.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's commercial options out there for Golden Tee.
Sounds like Spud Cranks just walked into the room. Manu built his cab back when fire was invented. I love you too, Terry. I love you too, Terry. Terry Red, by the way, where's my Silent Hill? Ooh, where's my Silent Hill, baby? I want to play it. I want to play some Silent Hill. Silent Hill. Gotta have it. Let's see if I can get this. Let me see if I can get this. Show you guys the jackpot on this game. Got 2 balls locked. One more will. Oh! I gotta show CoolToy that I have some pinball skills. All right.
I've seen you play. You're good.
I also got my Stormtrooper badge from Lynn. Lynn in Denver makes these badges for Stormtrooper accuracy in pinball. and I got one, and I proudly display it in the what we call the murder garage, which is the place where I stream physical pinball. I have a Mandalorian down there right now, the Stern Mandalorian. In fact, here's a question. If I'm not overstepping someone else's question in chat, how much physical pinball do you play, CoolToy?
As much as I can. So I don't own a physical pinball machine yet. Mainly because me and my wife have yet to decide of our top 3 which one we were gonna. I was honestly waiting for today's Stern announcement,
Right,
to make sure it wasn't some new device.
Hi, Joe Hills. I warned you. You were going to get interrupted at every moment.
Oh no, that's fine. I love the customized intros. Those are great.
So anyway, you guys couldn't decide on which one.
Yeah, and I there was rumor that today's Godzilla announcement might also be Back to the Future, and if it was Back to the Future, that was just gonna make me open my wallet. So I was waiting to make sure confirmation that it wasn't. So
it was pretty solid. It was going to be Godzilla. I think everybody kind of.
Yeah, it was. I was even like 90% sure that it was Godzilla, 10%, but it's that 10% hope that it was maybe going to be Back to the Future that had me saying, "Well, don't buy one just yet." So
yeah. And there's also the. Hang on, let me just address something. Nailbuster, how come I never know about these puck packs until I'm streaming though? Is there really a pup pack for this one? Because I looked on VPU, I couldn't find it. Maybe I'm looking in the row. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Thank you, Mima. How are you? But CoolToy, if you did get the chance to bring a physical table in, this is the stupidest, hardest question in the world. But I'm going to ask.
Oh, it is.
Which one? Or maybe which 3? Let's say which 3 would you want?
So right now, our top 3 are all the same between me and my wife. They're just in different order, which is providing the issue. Jurassic Park, Stranger Things, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are the top 3 that we are considering currently. They're available, so that's part of the solution/problem. I'm leaning more towards Stranger Things because I think it's the easier one of the 3, my personal opinion. I personally would probably enjoy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My wife, not so much. Jurassic Park, I love, but I also suck at that one. Every time I've played the physical version of that one, I've struggled. I don't know if it's the table not being level or what, but it's just, I've struggled because it's I know it's a good shooting table, and I've just not been able to hit the even most basic shots on the 2 times I've played it in person. So,
yeah. So I will say this: Jurassic Park, and people can disagree with me all you want in the chat, but it's my damn stream. Jurassic Park is a great game to have at home, I think. It's pretty deep, but it's linear enough. It's deep yet linear. It's not like... Anyway, I'm going to just put it that way. That's a great game to have at home. Who's disagreeing with me? Because I just got to... Let me see. Let me scroll back. Make sure I'm not catching any smarties. Let's see. A good solution problem is to get 2. Yeah. EU Godzilla. So... Fliptronic, are you not into Godzilla? Oh my goodness, we've got a Godzilla hater. Hater. Wait. Let's do this. If you haven't seen the Godzilla trailer, Pinbot, open internet. Let's take a look. It's short. We won't turn the sound up, but I'll just. We don't really need the sound. So you've seen this, right, CoolToy? Because I know you've seen it. I'm in your Discord. I know you've seen it. By the way, join CoolToy's Discord also.
I mean, I was impressed with the little, sizzle reel, so to speak. I mean, the game looks great. Obviously, Keith Elwin needs no know anything. I mean, he's Keith Elwin. Everything he touches gold at this moment.
Pretty much.
So,
pretty much.
and I'm already obsessed with Zombie Yeti's artwork style, so that's a win for me too. You know, the salt in my wallet, these new prices, they were even higher than I was expecting, so that was a thing.
There seems to be a big difference between the Pro and this.
Yeah, and that's one of my issues with Jurassic Park is like I just can't find myself willing to buy a Pro Jurassic Park without that moving dino. I'm like, it just feels empty with T-Rex just being stagnant there. But like, do I really want to spend $1,200 extra for a moving T-Rex and a Raptor lock pit?
Yeah, there are a bunch of people in chat who also have lots of physical games. I know Fliptronic is one of them who has owned a Jurassic Park and moved on from a Jurassic Park. Is there anything else in here? No, that's about it. Pinbot, close internet. What was I gonna say?
Sorry, I'm reading Cyborg Johnny's comment.
Why would they do such great job? Why would they do such great job on artwork and put some Dollar General shit figures?
That was the general consensus I saw a lot on Pinside today. Was everybody hated the look of the Godzilla toy?
Oops.
They just
Let me go back to
that
this.
was a resounding hate I saw in the message boards today after that announcement dropped.
Yeah, that's a weird choice for a Godzilla toy. Fliptronic is not in for Godzilla. Lynn in Denver says, "Yeah, I keep having Blue Oyster Cult in my head, hearing about this table." Oh, Godzilla, yeah. What about Jersey Jack, CoolToy? What do you think about Jersey Jack's offerings? They're just as expensive.
They've got a bunch of, yeah, that's the thing. Like they were, you know, even higher price point than Stern was, but then now Stern has adjusted their prices. They're more akin on a level playing field.
Adjusted.
There are no Jersey Jack machines anywhere near me, at least within a 45-minute drive that I'm aware of. So I've yet to actually get to personally experience a play on a Jersey Jack machine. So that is my unfortunate, you know, cross to bear.
What state are you in?
Missouri.
Okay.
So, yeah. So Kansas City and St. Louis, a couple hours drive each way. I can, you know, have access to anything and everything that way. But as far as just being able to go eat dinner and go play pinball on a Friday night, I've got very limited options on a short drive from me right now.
Fliptronic says we have had all the Elwins in the house at some point. Yep. Joe Hills, it's easier to print art locally than to make plastic parts, is my guess. Oh no, there goes Tokyo. Injection molding in China isn't cheap anymore due to freight prices. Tariffs aren't cheap either. Stern can afford it. It only costs him $400 in materials to make a game. Savor, you're on fire. Yeah. I'm in Colombia. Well, VP Fiends, please check your caps. Check your caps lock, bro.
Okay, there's place in Colombia. That's a shorter drive for me at least. So that's a halfway point.
Yeah. It might not be the price, it's availability. Okay, so Jurassic Park, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, in my opinion, two really solid games.
Which one do you hate the most?
I knew you were gonna ask because I'm the one who kind of spurred that. Here's the thing. Okay, if you are a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a franchise,
I was gonna guess because that one gets the most hate more than anything. And I just got to play this for the first time like 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because I found a pizza joint that was in Kansas City while I was up there for a convention, and I got to play it. And I wasn't overwhelmed with the actual gameplay, but the theme is what hooks me, and that's where I'm like, well, I'm being selfish in that nature because I'm like, oh, I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kid, but I'm like, this is also something that my wife enjoys, so I'm like, I shouldn't go all in on something that's just one fandom for me. And not something she also really cares about. So
And
that's why Stranger Things and Jurassic Park are the top two for us right now.
that's the tricky part of it, though. If you were buying it for you, go for it, right?
Absolutely.
But the fact that if you have to choose a machine, and your wife might not be into the turtles. See, here's the thing. I brought the actual Batman 66 physical table into my garage, and my wife loved it. And I was like, well, that is good, because every other pinball machine that comes in here has been onboarded with this one that she likes. So it's not just a case of, I didn't bring in a game that she would hate, and then all of the other ones she wouldn't give a chance to. She has literally played one game on every game that I've rented, because I rent games. She's played at least one game on every game, which I'm like, well, that's terrific.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stranger Things, solid game now. It started off with very rough code. Now it's freaking solid. I mean, if you like Attack from Mars, you'll like Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's basically the same game, just reskinned.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing. And
no, it's not.
What about older games?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was a guy selling a Data East Jurassic Park. Well, not selling it. He wanted to trade. That popped up in the Facebook Marketplace, and I tried to get him to sell it to me, and he wouldn't. I'm like, he wouldn't even entertain offers. He just said, "Nah, I'm just looking to trade up to something." I'm like, "Well, you can trade up to something with cash in your hand."
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it. But they don't. At least in my neck of the woods, they don't seem to come up too often for Facebook Marketplace or on the Pinside Marketplace or anything like that. If they do, they're typically older, 60s, 70s machines that are beyond my
Right.
age demographic, so to speak.
Right.
Just not something I have a personal connection to.
Right. I think for you, definitely, it would be a home use only machine or a new inbox.
Yep, that's if it's going to be my first one, I like to start that way. I mean, I already know it's an investment. Like I said, I've got a full-size arcade machine. I already know that it's like owning a car. You're going to have to work on it. You're going to have to tinker on it. It's just part of the love and joy and passion of buying these type of devices. It just comes with the territories.
And it's also going to be part of your stream. Like anything that comes in your house now, you are, I know you're a content creator. You're going to think, how can I spin this into content? Because
absolutely.
You got to feed the beast.
Yeah.
You got to feed the beast.
You got to feed the beast. Plus, if I'm going to, make that type of financial investment, by God, I got to do something with it.
Let me see if I can catch up with here. Let's see. What are you doing? I'm updating a database where I need caps on. Oh, okay. They were just asking about fiends yelling in chat. I know where a DEJP sitting in the garage under a Data East Jurassic Park sitting in the garage under boxes. Next time I'm there for work, I'll work up the courage to inquire about it. Yeah, Bass Tone.
That's awesome.
I like Jurassic Park by Data East. It's Keith Elwin hates it, but I like it, and I don't care what Keith Elwin wants. Don't Panic Flip, what's up? Tier 1, thank you, bro. Don't Panic Flip, are you streaming tonight? Because we could send it right on over. This is if you're new here, we're talking to, as I trap up, CoolToy. User, he's a content creator on YouTube and a streamer, which I want to ask a little bit about. A YouTube streamer and just an all-around amazing dude because he's nice enough to talk to me. So, there you go. Oh, and MPT, Don't Panic Flip just redeemed a t-shirt. Are you serious, George? And they redeemed Brady Bunch too. I should have had that happen on your side. Thank you, Hawkeyes. All right, so let me see. Nope, just got logging in a new garage. Manu isn't afraid of the Elwin Doxy. Joe, you're too smart for me. Stop saying smart things. Even CoolToy knew what that meant. I don't know what that means. Have you ever heard of? Have you ever heard of Char? It means fancy meats. Chartu. What's the word, Joe? What's the word, Joe? The word I'm trying to get at. It means fancy meats. You said it the other night in chat. Meat plate. Smart things? You gonna ignore me? Charcuterie?
Oh, charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep. It's definitely a word that doesn't get tossed around in Missouri. I can tell you that.
So streaming on YouTube. How long have you been live streaming? Because we know you're creating, recorded content. How long have you been live streaming on YouTube, and how has that been going?
I do it intermittently. I probably only do it like once, twice a month tops, just because I feel like I spend too much time editing and just recording actual normal content that way. I like to engage with people as much as possible, and that's why I started doing live streaming as much as I possibly can.
Right.
But I've been doing it probably 2 out of the 3 years I've been on YouTube, just because I personally kind of had an aversion to it, just because of like, wait, it's out of my control. There's so many things that can go wrong and not be prepared for, and that as somebody that like frames shots and has a shot list and that type of thing, it sounds horrible.
Yeah, it could. Just like this. Izzy Pinball, welcome. Thank you for the raid with 4 beautiful people. Welcome. I'm talking to, or I guess we are now, the collective we.
Yeah.
The chat plus Manu. Talking to CoolToy, who's a content creator on YouTube. And if you don't know, now you know. Go check out CoolToy on YouTube. And the question we're asking, we're talking about live streaming on YouTube. Now, I am a live streamer on Twitch. I do have a YouTube channel. It is a separate thing from Pinball. Mm-hmm. And I just mentioned this last week on my stream where I said, I'm thinking about streaming on YouTube. Is
the grass greener? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Well, is there monetization on? Joe Hills knows about streaming on YouTube, because also Joe Hills is a streamer on YouTube also. But is the monetization on YouTube, is it any higher than your recorded content?
For streaming, not so much. It really kind of depends. I've had streams where I've made more, just doing a casual gameplay type of thing, thanks to the kind generosity of, followers and people that watch the channel. But overall, just basic ad revenue for a stream, no, it's less than what you would do for recorded content for the most part, unless for whatever reason you had a stream that just takes off. I've had a few do that for no rhyme or reason, to my knowledge, took off and did well. Like one was, I was just playing a He-Man style arcade game that got like 90,000 views. And like,
you hit that algorithm. I don't know.
Yeah, something happened, and I was like, well, if I knew I was going to get 90,000 views for a casual me just sitting there playing He-Man, video game, I would have done things differently. But that's just the way algorithms type stuff works. Like, you got to try to put your best foot forward anytime you create any kind of content, whether it's recorded content or live stream, because you don't know what's going to take off. You don't know what's going to be that one thing that somebody notices you for. So you just try to do the best you can and hope for the best.
Cyborg Johnny asks me, where are you from? I'm originally from New York. I live in San Francisco now. Joe Hill says, yeah, I make 1/4 of my revenue of YouTube streaming tips, but I've cultivated that for years. And ad revenue on YouTube, I would assume you're saying, Joe, is garbage. Are you saying on YouTube? Was that on YouTube, I think? Because ad revenue on Twitch is really horrible also. So I think across the board, unless you're doing, and VP Fiends makes 90% of his revenue from sadness. All right. All right. Unless you're doing good numbers on YouTube. Now, we've had, on my channel, we've had one video go viral where I did a review of the DJI Osmo 3, the gimbal, and it's at 218,000 views now. I've had people from my old high school call me up and say, "Hey, I saw you in a video," and they haven't talked to me. I haven't heard from them in 20 years. And then the next one is 200 views. Here's how I feel, because I haven't streamed on YouTube yet, live streamed. But for YouTube and Twitch, if you're live streaming on Twitch, you actually have a chance to get money much sooner than
Correct.
if you're right. If you're, you get the money sooner, but there's a definite cap and it stops at a certain point. The only pinball streamer that I am aware of who's a partner right now is Deadflip. And if you're not doing something ridiculous like, I don't know, DJing copyrighted music all the time, or something, or Felicia Day, or somebody who's like huge, your discoverability is almost zero on Twitch, and your revenue will stop. Whereas on YouTube, you have a longer haul, but it's a long haul. It's not going to happen in the middle of, the
Yes.
night. How long has your channel existed?
About 3 years now. So a little over 3. I think I started in May. So 3 years and some months and change.
Sheesh, you're doing quite good for just 3 years, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's an accidental success. It's one of those type of things that I didn't intend it to be anything. It was just a fun outlet for something. I mentioned to you, like I went to school for kind of like electronic media production was the official degree name, but it was basically film, television, and audio type of recording. But I got a boring day job that has nothing to do with the stuff I love, which is, film, cinematography, that type of stuff. So I was like, well, what if I just, made a YouTube channel and use some of that creative outlet that I'd never get to use in my day-to-day activities, and that's why I decided to do a YouTube channel. Of course, everybody's like, oh, you missed the YouTube boat. That was like, 8 years ago. And I was like, well, we'll see.
I mean, everybody missed that initial boat, yeah, but there's still boats leaving the dock.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the downside was like I joined YouTube in like 2006. I didn't upload a video until like 2019 or something like that. So it's like I had the opportunity. I just didn't believe in myself, or didn't take the initiative to do something about it.
Right. I also got to mention that Joe does have a different. Joe has kind of a different situation on YouTube in that I think all of Joe's revenue comes from donations and not from YouTube's ad revenue.
Ad revenue.
Yeah, and that's a different route you could take also. Is that? I don't want to misrepresent you, Joe. If that's correct, then you let me know. But one other thing I wanted to address too is CoolToy and I were talking earlier as I expertly trapped these balls. I've trapped these balls. I mean, that was nothing, right? It took me 10 minutes, but I did it. Oh wait, you can't see it. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Oh.
Pixar didn't happen.
No, look, balls trapped. Look, expertly. I'm holding a flipper with my leg. Man, we don't see your balls. A few $100s, yeah. Joe, you got it. That's right. The Elwin. Thank you. It's called the Elwin. I wanted to, and we kind of agree. Both CoolToy and I kind of agree about. It's kind of a long haul to get successful in whatever way you define success on these platforms, whether it be recording content for watching later on YouTube or streaming on Twitch. I want to ask you, CoolToy, what are some of the things, like you obviously had to start somewhere, right? So when you started up streaming and doing content, what were your numbers like, and how did you keep going? How did you push through it and persevere?
So the first couple of recorded videos that I uploaded to YouTube, I think I was maybe maxing out like 100, 125 views for maybe 2-3 weeks being on there, and then they would just kind of stop. That was it. That's where they maxed out. It was a little over 100 views, and if you're numbers obsessed and you're like, well, I need thousands of views, I need this, I need that, then you're going to burn yourself out right out of the gate almost immediately. The way I always tried to keep a positive look and spin on it was I tried to imagine myself like, look, I'm in a room recording stuff, but like if 125 people are standing in front
Oh my
of me
God, you do the same thing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you do that too.
I mean, it's the only logical thing I can like make sense of it all. Like if 125 people are standing in front of me, listen to me with undivided attention, that is daunting for a lot of people, especially with like public speaking, aversions or something like that. So if you think of it that way, that is not a failure. That is a success. Now, to somebody on YouTube that's used to making thousands of views or something like that, sure, that looks like a failure. But to you personally, I mean, it's all a matter of perspective.
It's so this wasn't planned, y'all. It's so good to hear. Joe, is that to say that I would say I'm referring to Joe also because Joe's actually, I don't know, by my measure, very successful at both Twitch and YouTube because the numbers are pretty high. Whenever Joe's a Minecraft streamer,
Gotcha.
And so I feel like I've had to tell that to myself. But I've told that to many people too. Look, imagine, you've got 5 people in the chat. Well, you're in an empty room. You have your tray set out with your things. You're in a big whole empty room and your tray is set out and you've got stuff and no one's there. And then 5 people walk in and go, hey.
Yeah. You feel swarmed at that point.
Mm-hmm. But then of course, right? So recording stuff though, you weren't streaming in the beginning.
No.
You're recording it.
Yeah. Because YouTube, even like, I forget what the exact number is, but like they won't even let you live stream, or at least they did initially. Like you couldn't live stream from like a mobile device unless you had at least 1,000 subscribers. Like there's hurdles they put in place that are very, negative towards people starting out. I mean, they just literally make it to where you have to crawl your way up the mountain before you can even start the journey.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm refusing to look at VP Fiend's chat anymore. Fiends, I'm not looking at your stuff anymore. All right. But the bottom line is, if you're a new streamer, and now I've attracted everyone's attention to VP Fiend's thing. Thank you, Fiends. I love you. You know that. We're like oil and water. We really. But I'm gonna play this last ball and then we're gonna wrap up. But I always want to let people know who start this that if, first of all, define what your success is. Define what is successful for you, and then pursue that. But don't get stopped in the middle because you may be streaming for a week and you may get 3 people. Or like my channel did back in the day, we would put out a video and we'd get 60 views. It took us a year to get to 1,000 subs. You know what I mean? It exponentially goes up because one friend tells another friend and another friend. Joe says, I streamed to 3 people for 3 to 4 years. I find that hard to believe, but see?
Everybody starts somewhere.
Everybody starts somewhere. Yeah, 1,000% thanks for the company, whoever decides to just tune in. Yeah. Try to tilt. I love my peeps from Australia. Bo Fiends, very funny. So let me finish this up. But God, it's hard to keep my train of thought because I want to ask you so many questions. But the point is, right? I'm looking. I appreciate that you have seen some of my content, CoolToy. I appreciate it. But I'm always going to be like looking at you like he's got he's got beautiful cameras, he's got a great personality, he's got great content. Boy, I wish I was in his shoes. And
well, that's the thing, like everybody at some point in history says that about another human being or another product or another company or something like that. Comparison is always the thief of joy. Like you can never
I like that.
Hold yourself in other people's regard. Sorry, that's like my Miyagi wisdom. I'm a jujitsu black belt, and I teach people martial arts on the side. So I always hear people, they're like, oh, so-and-so's better than me, or they got so much better than me at this. And I'm like, you can never hold yourself to the same standards as everybody else, because you're the only person that's walking in your shoes. You're the only person that's living your life. You can't know that other person's struggles, just as they can't know your personal struggles. Everybody's on their own individual path, and you have to treat it like your own individual path. Walk on it with blinders. Yeah, you can look outside and look at other people and say, okay, this is what they're doing that's work. I kind of like that. How can I incorporate that type of thing into my thing? But if you're looking at somebody else's success and saying, I need to do that, that is the, you know, the litmus test or the standard I need to hold myself at, then you're always going to set yourself up for failure.
That is that we got real.
Oh, sorry.
Woo!
Sorry.
I love it.
Toys and action figures, dolls and plastic things.
Oh man, bro, it is so nice to have you on stream. I hope at some point down the road we could do this again.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
And I'll tell the whole chat this. We just kind of met 30 minutes before the stream started, and I already feel like, you know, we both got the same last name.
Yeah. it's an uncommon last name. I mean, there's not a lot of Smiths out there.
No, it's very rare that I bump into another Smith. I mean, there are Manus everywhere. Yeah. Let me see if I just catch up on one or two things and we're going to split. Let's see. Try to Tilt says, I once streamed to almost 300 people. That is true, Try to Tilt, and I was there when that happened. Terry Ray, it was me, myself, and I for those 3 people. Mima, it also takes a while to tune to any platforms. Yeah, tune into their audience. Yeah, what is that achievement? Somebody being smart. I got an achievement of man who's everywhere. Achievement unlocked. Let's see. One had a burnout. I'm just trying to touch on the things because we gotta go. I do think preloads. Okay, you guys have a nice conversation in there. I love that. Yes, I think we're gonna end this on comparison is the thief of joy.
We're going heavy out.
Dude, I've never heard that, but I'm stealing that.
Go for it.
Once again, guys, the channel is CoolToy. Thank you, CoolToy, for being with us.
My pleasure.
Go like, subscribe, and ring that little bell icon so you can be all the, you know, I know the whole da-da-da-da.
The spiel, yeah.
The whole spiel. Thanks, guys, for joining me, and we're going to find somebody to raid, and I will see you on Thursday. I just brain farted like crazy. I'll see you on Thursday when we're playing The Mandalorian Premium downstairs in the Murder Garage, hopefully with Beginner's Luck Mary, and I'm going to finally top the score in Scorbit. I got to get over 650 million because Neil McRae is kicking my butt. Thank you for that. What was that? Thank you for the follow. Use indeed.
And that's all, folks.